Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. So it's been 3 or 4 months since I started the propagation process of my tree peony seeds here, and we've had some good results. It's been a bit slower than I expected, but they have started to germinate. I always knew it would be quite slow because, as I say, in the wild, if you left these, once the seed coat has gone fully dormant, fully solidified and gone black, it will take probably 2 years to germinate. So I've managed to germinate in 3 or 4 months, which is okay. It's quite slow for a normal seed, but I say for this it's quite good. So as you can see here, we have 3 which have nice healthy roots starting to grow out of them. So that one, that one and that one, and I'll be propagating them today into pots. And this one is getting very close. There's a slight lump just above the white section there, so that's the root just about to pop out. And this one over here, it's not doing much at all, so I'll just leave that one for longer. So there's 3 that I'm going to propagate. As I said in the other video, these have to grow the roots in the warm period, which would be autumn in the wild, and then need a cold period to simulate winter. So it's now January, so it's a good time to put them outside, have them nice and cold. And as I said in the previous video, they grow up at 4,000 meters, some of them, so they can handle some really cold temperatures. They're not worried about the cold. So have a look at the other ones. These ones were just soaked in hot water, whereas these ones that have germinated already were actually scarified. It actually got a file and fell down the seed coat. So you can see this one, it hasn't gone so well. None of them have germinated, and in fact one of them's gone quite mouldy and manky. So I'm going to wash the other 4 because they should be still fine, and then going to get a file those down, let them grow for another while. Whereas I was expecting these to do better because this is actually the tried and tested method, and this is what I've read online is the best, is to scarify down the seeds coats. Whereas this one was a hot water treatment. Hadn't read anywhere online that worked, but I knew it worked for other species, so I thought I'd try it for this one, and obviously hasn't had any success. So I'll file them down. Those 4 should grow. The 5th one that's mouldy I'll just leave because it's probably died, unfortunately. And I'll put them again like before in the damp tissue paper, but this time I'm gonna spray bleach on them again so that it'll kill any mould that's on them. So I'll go tidy that up now, and then I'll just get my pots and I'll plant up these 3. So this is all the other seeds now finally filed down. I'll put them facing down so that the bit that I've cut is actually facing the bottom, so it gets the most moisture. I've then sprayed it with bleach as well to make sure there's try and kill any microbes off, because I don't want to get any mould growing again. It's such a humid environment, it's quite likely for mould. So I've sealed it up, treat it as before, just keep somewhere warm and see how that does. So the other 3 are in here, and these have all got the roots. So I'm just going to pop these up now. I'm just going to use multi-purpose compost because that's all I've got. Seed compost probably would be better, but I've germinated many seeds before with my multi-purpose compost and I've never had any real issues. So I'll just top these up. And then I'm just going to get the seed where the root is. I'm just going to have that at the lowest point of the seed. So the roots are facing down. Nestle them in the compost like that. Let's bring that closer so you can see. And then just going to cover them with a couple of centimeters of compost so that they're buried about twice their depth in the compost. I'll then water these, and then I'm going to put them outside where they can have quite cold temperatures, and they should hopefully break any continuing dormancy that they might have, and come spring when it warms up they should put on some good root growth, and then hopefully I should see some new shoots coming up in spring. So I think that's it for this video, and I'll give you guys an update when they're finally germinating. Hopefully in spring I'll have some young plants. Maybe in 3 or 4, maybe 5 years I'll finally have my first flower grown from seed tree peonies.